up? My name is Jeff Rolka. I want to thank you for checking out my video. This is a quick tip on audition preparation. I have 3 crucial elements that I think will help you be as successful as you possibly can be in your upcoming audition. I've had a lot of questions about this recently, so I thought let's do a quick tip. Before I dive in, if you've chosen to subscribe, thank you. And if you haven't yet, I hope that you will consider doing so now. If you want a step-by-step method to work on your voice, jeffrolka.com is where you can find my AAA method. It's all free. It's a nice linear way to work on your voice. Additionally, if you would like to make donations or support this channel in other ways, you can learn about that there too. Now, there are 3 crucial elements that I think about when I'm getting ready for an audition, but what supersedes all of that is the fact that I practice every day, and I think that you should too. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, an hour. The thing here is to do it every single day. We're musicians. This is a marathon. It's a lifetime kind of a thing that we do. And it is the little tiny steps that we take forward every single day in our practice that gets us closer to the goals that we wish to achieve. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't special things that we might do around an audition, but daily practice is truly where our audition preparation begins. Along with that is our overall health and well-being. Make sure that you're getting some rest. Stay hydrated. Know what your food sensitivities are. I talk about this very frequently in live events. If, like me, I like spicy food, living here in Northern California, there is amazing arrays of lovely kinds of spicy foods that I am very fond of, but I don't eat it when I have a special performance coming up, or if I'm doing an audition, or I just want to sing really at my best, like if I have a recording session or something like that. Okay, spicy foods make me all phlegmy, can't do it. Got an audition coming up, not going to do it. You might be different. You probably are, because there's lots of us out there. And you need to have an understanding of what those food sensitivities are so that you can avoid them with enough time to really have your instrument functioning at its best. More so, I think, than any other musician out there, our bodies are our instruments, and we have to manage them and take care of them so carefully. Staying hydrated is really important. I know I mentioned that very briefly a moment ago, but really can't say enough about hydration. Just stay hydrated. Think little sips very, very frequently. Okay? Now, essential key elements number 1. Guidelines, guidelines, guidelines. That's not actually 3, that's just the first one, but I've repeated guidelines 3 times for emphasis. I think you probably understand. Guidelines. Know the guidelines of your audition. Find out what the range is. Find out how long you have to sing for. Find out how many pieces you have to sing. Know if you need a live accompanist, or if they have an accompanist, or if you need a track, or if you're meant to sing a cappella. And if you're singing a cappella, can you give yourself a pitch before you start to do your song? Find out your guidelines and choose your repertoire songs accordingly. Auditions aren't necessarily the times to show off all of the skills that you have. Auditions are times to pick the songs that are going to satisfy the requirements that you can really, really sing well. Because singing well is going to get you the audition, or get you the part, I should say. Doing the hardest thing that you know how to sing pretty good may or may not satisfy the audition guidelines, the requirements. We need to know the guidelines. We need to adhere to them and satisfy them in order to really put our best foot forward. Ideally, this will be a piece of music that you have sung many, many times. Hopefully that you have performed before. That would be ideal. If not, we'll get to that in a second. Now, about that piece of music or pieces of music, you must identify the most difficult aspects of that piece for you. The hard parts for you may be different for someone else. That's irrelevant. Don't worry about that. Find the parts for you that are challenging. Identify them and run them through the mill. Lip trills, vowels only, single vowels through the passage. Change the key so that your ear training is truly tuned into this thing. Put it into context. So take the selection, if it's 2 or 3 bars, and then incorporate it into a 4 or 7 bar segment. Run it through the mill again. Lip trill, single vowels, vowels only from the lyrics. Incorporate the lyrics. Change the key. Do it without a guideline or something like that, and do it with the chords. Put it through the mill. There's a lot of people that talk about like 10 pennies, and you lift it up once and you do it right, and then you lift it up again and you bring it all down. Not a bad idea. I would suggest that you use that in conjunction with the metronome or the track that you are doing this along with. If you are going to be singing, it doesn't actually matter if you're singing with an accompanist or not. Use a metronome or use a track. Timing is just as important as whether or not you're singing the right note. Because if you sing the right note at the wrong time, guess what? You're not singing the right note, even if it's supposed to be silent there. And I can almost guarantee you that the people adjudicating your audition will be sensitive to your sense of timing and counting and how good or poor your pulse may be. Finally, if possible, do some practice performances of your piece to assess how well you have prepared or what state your level of preparation is at. So, if there are open mics in your area, maybe lasso in a few friends and have them listen to it. Get your family in there. Whatever. Get yourself in front of other people or in front of a recording device or in front of a video camera in order to practice, perform your audition. And quite frankly, I would even practice talking to my adjudicators as well. I do this. I think it's a really good practice. When I'm getting ready to go on stage, I practice my banter. Practice everything that you think you may do. I would pick out my clothes in advance so I can be the most comfortable I can be during my audition. And if this seems ridiculously meticulous, well, this is what has worked for me in the past. If we put forth a great effort, I think we can achieve great things. And I have done that by being methodical, meticulous, and disciplined in all my practice. And I think that failing everything else, that will work for you too. I'm reminded of Pablo Casals, who at the age of 90 was asked, "Why do you still practice your scales?" To which he replied, "Because I think I'm seeing progress." That is discipline. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. Take really good care of your voices. Enjoy singing, and hopefully we'll see you again. Bye.